Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, I am Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but today I have a reading for you from Santa Muerte. So I was connecting with her when my cat was ill and needing to be put down, and I just did a informational video about her, which you can go and check out. I made that promise to her when she was helping me through that time, that I would do that and that I would also get closer to her and connect to her more. And I'm really grateful that she was there for me during that time. And I'm grateful to connect to her more because I'm getting a lot of really important information from her. I do have Cornica here, but in the worst way ever. I still can't even believe it. Like, I can't believe this is my cat, and I am still having a really hard time, if I'm being really honest. It was the worst experience of my life, and those of you know a lot of what I've been through. I've been through a lot of horrible things, but this was by far the worst experience in my life, and I'm still processing through that. Thank you all for all your support during this time, your kindness, everything. Those of you who bought items and helped me pay off the medical bills, those of you who gave words of support and comfort, I'm grateful for it all. So thank you. Thank you very much. So I had done a video as well talking about new rules that I had for spell workings, and I just wanted to clarify that unless I say that you need to send a 2-paragraph essay as to why you want to join a spell and you need to email my secretary, then you don't have to do that. If something is up on the website, you don't have to put a 2-paragraph essay. Anyone can sign up for that as long as they haven't been blocked or told that, you know, I dropped them as a client. Anyone can sign up. So I have some new stuff on the site. I have beauty spells that you can get. That's just going to be a staple item up there. I have the Sorrowful Mother spell, which will be up there permanently as well. And that spell helped me a lot in the past, and I'm about to do a booster to deal with the situation with Cornica. And then also I am doing coffee ground readings now, so that's really cool. And pet readings, considering the situation. So definitely check those out if you're interested in my new services. I will also be doing a Santa Muerte spell and offering on the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to connect to her more and show her some respect. And I'm going to be making soul bread, which I'm excited about. I've been trying to just get more into cooking because I was really blessed. My mom was an amazing cook my whole life, so she cooked for me like my whole life. I'm so spoiled in that sense, and I never really learned how to cook myself. Womp womp. So I'm really trying to figure that out now, but I'm also trying to figure it out in a way like that I can do it like gluten-free and healthier, and because I do have allergies. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna make the soul bread with like real gluten bread, but still, I'm excited to give it a try. I'm excited to show my respect, not only to Santa Muerte, but to the culture. And I'm looking forward to it. So the full description is up on my website. You can click the link below for that if you're interested in doing that with me in this group spell. All right, let's get into our reading. First of all, dun dun! Thought it would be appropriate to do this in front of I just got this right after Corn died, actually. Because honestly, when I was a little kid, I would see stuff like this. Was so reminiscent to the 90s to me. Like, excuse me, that was like a silent burp. This was so reminiscent to like the 90s to me because I would see these on people's front doors and I would think they were so cool, and I was like, I want one of those. So I got it for myself. I tell ya, I've been having really bad heartburn since Cornica passed away. I should probably look up in my book like what the spiritual meaning of that is, because my heartburn has been really bad. Maybe I just have a broken heart, I don't know. All right, so let's choose our groups. So group 1 will be this yoga skeleton. Group 1. Group 2 will be this peaceful skeleton. And group 3 will be this acrobatic skeleton. Okay, I'll hold them all up together. Group 1, group 2, and group 3. You can pause the video if you need to. And I'll see you in your group. Okay, so this is just a collective message that I channeled that I wanted to share with everyone. I was channeling and connecting to Santa Muerte the other night, and she was having me realign my spine. So like I was sitting like cross-legged, and she was just like, and I was like slouching, and so she was just having me sit upright, and I asked her to realign my spine, and I was like doing things, and like my neck was cracking and all my bones were cracking, and then I felt better after. So if you need help with the realignment, whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, she can help you with that. And then she also told me this really deep information that she is literally the neglected feminine. Look at the sun coming in while I'm talking about this. She is literally the neglected feminine, and the reason she says that is because death is a part of life. Like, that's what my mom said to me when Cornica passed away. Like, she was like, because I was like, I'm not okay with this. Like, I'm not okay with all these people dying and me having to like, and I know Corn's not a person, but she's a person in me. And so like I lost a friend this year, and then I lost Cornica. I just feel like this is not a coincidence, this light shining in on me right now. But my mom was like, well, death is the price of life. I just saw 111. She's like, death is the price of life. If you want to live, you must deal with death. And so I realized I have no ability, I don't know how to grieve, I don't know how to deal with death, and that's why Santa's been helping me, and I've been asking for help from her. But basically she's the neglected feminine in the sense that when people think about life, they love to brush aside death or avoid death or not want to talk about it, and it is just a part of life. And imagine how much easier it would be to live in a society where we understood the impact of grieving, and let's say you got time off from like your job to grieve, or you know, we had more available support groups, or we had classes that it's like you take the class and then you learn how to be there appropriately for someone who's grieving. More support groups around grieving. Just understanding death, or alchemy and the alchemy of death, and that, you know, yes, it's this body that is ending and this incarnation of you that is ending, but the soul is not. And so in that way, she's the neglected feminine because society doesn't want to look at her. And think about if you are a divine feminine, think about, especially a woman, if you're a woman, think about how many ways that society loves to kick us to the side. Like, I am just at 32 years old learning how to understand my cycle and what it means, like, because I just kept getting sick when I get my period, and then I realized, like, why? Sorry. I realized why, because I'm like out of hormones, and I started actually learning about my anatomy. Like, why don't they teach us that in school? Why don't, you know, why isn't there maternity leave for women? And I know it's like not like that all over the world, but the majority of like the world, women are cast aside. Women are second-class citizens, in my opinion and observation. And we're constantly like shoved, like, shut up, don't talk about periods, that's dirty. It's not dirty, actually. A healthy, normal, functioning female body will have a period, and if you don't, there's probably something wrong with you. Not saying that like you're wrong, but I'm saying there's probably a medical issue with you if you're like not, if you're of the age to have your period and you're not having it. So it's like, it's not wrong and dirty and weird to have a period. It's actually really healthy and normal, and it means your body is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So yeah, it's helping me like process my anger around the way women are kicked to the side in society, and also around like even how like we don't function on a female schedule. Like, we function on this schedule that is like to the highest capacity for like men's hormones, and it really is not conducive to women's hormones. But then even when we were like on Patreon, one of the men in the group was talking about how like, yeah, even though it's like male focused, it's not good for men either. And that like it's male focused in the sense of toxic masculinity. And like, cause he was talking about how he works with like a bunch of guys and how like everybody's really mean and like makes fun of each other and like it's not a good environment, and also how the hours are like killing him. And it's like, so it's like, even though it is a male focused society, it's toxic masculinity. It's not healthy masculinity. So yeah, through connecting to her, I've been connecting more to the neglected feminine, and my hope for the new earth is finding a balance between healthy feminine and healthy masculine energy. And as I'm finishing up, the sun is kind of going down now, but that's it. That's my collective message, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hi group 1. Oops, it's backwards. Hi group 1. This is for those of you who chose this like yoga skeleton. Okay, I already said a prayer, I already set my intentions. I'm going to be using this deck. Oops, that's the back. The Santa Muerte Tarot, the Book of the Dead. I've had this for a while, but I really only use it for certain occasions. But I'm feeling called to use it more now. So Spirit, what is the message? Santa Muerte. I've already said a prayer, I've already set my intentions. Santa Muerte, what is your message for group 1, please? What's your message for group 1? Those came flying right out. Okay, so group 1, the message I have for you today is that you actually have a lot more options in your life than you realize here. We have the 7 of Cups, the Temperance, the Ace of Wands, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. So I actually feel Sagittarius season could be very significant for you, and you could get some sort of positive shift in your life. It could even be a new romantic connection or a new project that you're starting, a new friendship, a new dance class, a new something fun, a new hobby. But there are more options in your life to relax than you realize and for peace than you realize. I think that you've been really caught up in just feeling like, why me? Feeling left out. You could have even been angry at God, because with the 5 of Pentacles card, this usually signifies like feeling left out in the cold, but it can also signify that sanctuary is right around the corner. So I feel like it's like things are about to get better. If you're watching this in real time, Sagittarius season, I feel, will be a good time for you, where things will start to even out in a more positive frequency. But I feel like you're holding on to a lot of victim mentality, and I say that in the kindest way possible, because if anybody's a victim right now, it's freaking me, and I hate being in my victim mentality. But like, losing Cornica has really hurt me and honestly made me mad at God. So, and life and people and humanity and the state of the world, and like everything that I was already angry about is just amplified that anger and put me more into a victim mentality. So I'm not judging you at all, because I'm literally doing the same thing. Hey, maybe this is my group, I don't know. But anyway, so it feels like you've been feeling left out for a while. It also feels like you're kind of like, why do I always have to jump through the hoops? Like, there might be people around you that it's like they always like kind of like get things handed to them, or like no matter what, things always work out really positively for them, and it feels like they never have to go through like really major painful situations. I think we all know people like that, who's like, it's just like their shit doesn't stink and like everything just fucking is so easy for them perceivably on the surface. And what Santa Muerte is just reminding that it's like, for one, I just heard that the pendulum always has to swing. So when you're going through these really difficult situations, it is often the pendulum has to swing into a really, really positive situation that's then going to mirror that frequency on the opposite end of the spectrum. So usually the harder the lesson, the bigger the reward, right? But also, too, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes in other people's lives. So, like, even though it might feel like they never have to really, go through stuff. Plus, she's saying too that trauma is a spectrum, and that you might be able to handle and survive a great deal more trauma than someone else that, you know, you might be close to, or that seems like everything always works out for them. I feel too like you could be feeling like you're hanging on by a thread. Like you're just trying to like hang on for dear life. And she's saying like, don't be so hard on yourself. Like if you feel like you can't fucking get the laundry done, or you don't have the energy to do the dishes, like that's okay. They'll be there tomorrow. Trust me, they'll be there tomorrow. But if you feel like you're just hanging on right now, I just heard that song, Hold On To Me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady, a little unsteady. So if that's how you've been feeling, Santa Muerte is saying that you have options for peace and a new beginning, and that it's coming sooner than you think. I feel like you just have to get through to Sagittarius season. And I also, yeah, look at how she's like pouring the cups, like the temperance energy, but it's like the pendulum swinging, right? So it's like your cup is going from empty to full. And I just feel like too, more fun. Like she just wants you to have more fun, more enjoyment in your life, and to focus, try and really shift your perspective from negative to positive, because like those other cards were saying, you're really holding on to the negative, or you're really holding on to the hardship, and it's time to shift your perspective from negative to positive, because the more you hold on to the darkness and the suffering, well, there are lots of reasons for that. So spiritually, you'll just keep attracting it, but mentally, our brains are like a computer, and you're just basically programming your brain to be miserable. And so she's saying also get out in nature and expand. Like don't be afraid to like branch out and try new things or meet new people or do fun things. Always do it safely and within reason, but like don't be afraid to expand your horizons. Also, you might be traveling, you might be taking a nice little trip, and I see that your crown chakra will be opening a lot. Also, if you see butterflies, this is a message from Santa Muerte. And you could also have an ancestor that's coming through, like a passed away ancestor that usually comes through in the form of like the sun shining through the clouds, or butterflies, or flowers, as you can see on this card. Also too, she's like in that water, and so it's like, remember when you're a little kid and you like jump in the puddles and you don't care that you're gonna get wet, you just want to have fun? It's kind of like that, like, because you can always just dry off after, right? Like when I used to nanny the little boy that I would take care of, he'd be like, can I splash? I'm like, of course, we'll just change your outfit. Like, it's not a big deal. Like you get wet, we dry you off. And so it's like, I feel like she's saying to do stuff like that for fun, like not dangerous things, not things that can put you in jeopardy, but like you get wet, you dry off kind of things, where it's like you're branching out, but in a way that's like just fun and innocent, and also within nature. So like, let's say you really want to take this hike, but you've been afraid that, you know, maybe you couldn't last for a 2-hour mountain hike. Get your best friend who also likes to hike, pack snacks, pack water, make sure you have your GPS, like drop your pin at your car so you don't get lost in the woods. Like do something fun and risky responsibly, basically is what she's saying. And then, yeah, so you take your hike and God forbid anything goes wrong, you have all these like backup things. But then at the end of it, you've accomplished something, you've done something you were afraid to do, and now you're ready to take on the next task responsibly. So yeah, have fun responsibly is what she's saying. We'll get one more card. I just saw 4, 5, 6. King of Wands. So like I was saying, ooh, I just got chills. You could be getting in a connection in Sagittarius season. There could be a hot and spicy, fiery little situation you got going on with a lover. Ooh. But yeah, I do feel, but also too, this is like going forth and conquering. I feel like that's your energy, but I also feel like you need someone who's like full of life. So if you've been dating someone who's like kind of like lackluster, or like doesn't have the same drive or adventurous attitude as you, I feel like you're about to shift into, or even if you've had friends like that, let's say you're happy in your relationship, but your friends are boring. You're about to meet new people that have the same lust for life for you. Same, okay, for you, so they have like a passion within them for you, but like they have the same lust for life as you, where they're like ready to conquer life, and they're ready to do stuff, and they're ready to move forward. So yeah, and then let me get you a piece of advice. Advice, please, for group 1. This is from the Audacious Angels Oracle. Crazy Mystique. So I'm just going to read it right from the book for this. Moving ahead while looking out of step with others is part of your path. This is the part of the spiritual trip where you follow your intuition rather than straight logic, right? Moving by faith, not sight. Ready for the world to look upside down? And are you ready to look a little upside down to the world? Here you defy gravity and decide to do things a little differently. Divine doesn't always follow the logical path. If you feel a need inside to make some unusual choices when it comes to your next steps, that is okay. Your angels know it can be difficult to look different or even kind of crazy when it comes to following your heart, but you are very, very divinely loved and protected. You may still feel very uncomfortable and lonely at times, but your divine helpers truly are with you every step of the way. Confide in them as you move forward. Also, include your trusted family members and friends as you step forward in being a bit different. Your angels promise that living this life has a magical aura that will attract what you need. Congratulations on your courage to live your crazy mystique. Frankly, your angels find it very attractive. All right, group 1, that's all I have for you. Like if you liked it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you another time. All right, bye. Hello, everyone. This is for those of you who chose group 2. I am using this Santa Muerte deck, the Book of the Dead. So if you're wondering, that's the deck that I'm using. So please, Santa, what is your message, please, for group 2? What's your message for group 2? I just saw like Kundalini energy spiraling up with like sparkly lights. So I honestly feel that the fairies are with you, but I also feel like you're activating this divine feminine energy within yourself as well. Whoa. Yo, that's wild. I just heard you're going somewhere like very sacred. You're going somewhere very sacred. Okay, so we have Santa Muerte, the Fool, the Queen of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Wow. So if you've been really worried about having like a loving partnership and creating a loving relationship within your life, Santa Muerte is telling you that she's watching over that. If you've also been wanting a child, she's telling you that like I can feel this like deep within my heart, that your child is coming and that she's watching over. So I feel as though she's watching over the child's soul. And I also feel like she's going to be watching over you during birth. So if you are pregnant right now and you've been concerned about having a safe and healthy birth, she's here to support you through that. She just said no death will happen in the creation of life. So like how, it's crazy we live in modern times and the infant and mother mortality rate, like if you look it up, it's so horrifying and disturbing. And I could go on for like honestly weeks about how messed up BIGPHARMA, how they're literally the problem, and how the more sick they can make you, the more money they can make off of you, the more complications they create during birth, the more money they can make off of you, which is like literally just makes me want to burst into flames and like take them all down. But anyway, it's just really disturbing when you start looking at the numbers and realizing the way that they have a hand in destroying natural, sovereign, healthy birth. It's just horrifying. But anyway, she's saying that there will be no death in this creation of life. So if you are pregnant, you've been wanting to get pregnant, or someday you would like to have children, but you've been concerned about giving birth or about your health during pregnancy or about the child's health during pregnancy, she's watching over you and she's watching over the soul of the child. She said when the time is exactly right. So if you've been feeling like struggling with infertility, or if you've been struggling to find a partner that you actually want to reproduce with, she's saying when the time is like perfect. I'm literally seeing like I just heard 2 roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And then I just saw 2 people literally leaving their house and their paths crossing, and then like fireworks coming off of that and literally bumping into each other. So, like in a city. And then I just heard that Ellie Goulding song, In My City. Anyway, so it's a divine timing thing, but your new beginning is here. Like, it may not feel like it's here physically, but it is here. She's grounding it into the physical realm. She just showed me her, like, petting your head, and it's like she actually has so much empathy for you. So for what you've been through, so whether it has to do with this pregnancy situation, if that, like, let's say you've had a lot of struggles in fertility and it's been really painful and upsetting, or, you know, maybe the love of your life got someone else pregnant. That shit fucking hurts, especially if it was cheating. Like, there are so many reasons why we can be heartbroken around, as women, and men too, but I'm only speaking from the perspective of a woman. There's so many reasons why we could be heartbroken about childbearing and procreation. Right? There's a lot of reasons in this very fucked up reality that we're living in where we can feel that way. And so she's just showing that she has a lot of empathy for whatever it is that you've been through. Or maybe it's like your own birth, like you being birthed was traumatic. Your own relationship with your parents was traumatic. Like, there are so many reasons why people can experience trauma around having children or being a parent. And she's just saying she has a lot of empathy for you. She truly favors you, and that your unborn children are protected. Someone could have thrown magic at you, or like really, and if they're not throwing magic at you, it could be like, let's say you have a mother-in-law who's like always saying something nasty about your parenting style or like about your choices during pregnancy, and she's just reminding me that like your body, your choice. And that goes for when you're like having a sovereign birth as well. Like, your body, your choice when you're birthing the child, your body, your choice when you're in the midst of your pregnancy. Like, my body, my choice can relate to a lot of things in society right now, including the VAX, right? So anyway, and also just like, I feel like it just speaks so strongly to the RAPE culture of our society, of how we even have to say that. Like, you shouldn't even have to say that. Anyway, so your child is protected. I also see Quetzalcoatl here because we have Quetzalcoatl right down here in the corner. And so it's like, I just heard the seraphim, which is like the benevolent winged dragons, are watching over you and your future child. Your new beginning is here with the Fool. I see that you're coming, so I just heard you're coming out of a chrysalis, so how he has the butterfly on his finger. It also looks like he has an anchor, a guitar, and a gun in his bag. And then there are 5 little sugar skulls on the ground. So maybe you actually want to have 5 kids. Or this could just be the representation of facets of your inner child. So maybe there's some inner child healing that needs to happen. Also the pelvis, like opening up the pelvis. So whether you're pregnant or not, or want children or not, a lot of women hold a lot of somatic trauma in the pelvic floor. And so she's just acknowledging that it's time to start opening up that pelvis and releasing some of that somatic trauma, like with the Kundalini practices. Yes. No, we're not doing that here. We don't pretend to be NPCs. NPCs are the bane of my existence. I would never pretend to be one. Anyway, so you're opening up this new chapter, this new path in your life, and it's going to be consistently up. I just heard that stupid song, and it's up, and it's up, and it's up. I don't like Cardi B. I don't like rap. I don't like it at all. No offense to you if you do like it, but it literally turns my brain to actual shit. But anyway, so you're at a point in your life where you're just traveling up. Like, you're just going to keep moving up here with the Queen of Pentacles, and it's in a stable, strong, steady way. If you've been worried about your body, so let's say you've had health issues, or you've just like, maybe you are underweight or you're overweight or like whatever, or you've been having pain. Santa Muerte is aiding you in getting your body back into an equilibrium, into a healthy, stable state of being. Now, with the Strength card here, I feel by next Lionsgate portal, your life is going to be in a wildly better position. You're going to be a lot happier and things are going to be a lot more stable. There's a lot that will be tamed in your life. So it's almost like you're taming any demons within yourself, and you're releasing any addictions within yourself, and you're also learning how to control your emotions during this time. By Lionsgate portal, you're going to be in a much higher frequency, so you'll be at the top of this ladder, I'd say. You'll be up in the treehouse as this Queen of Pentacles by Lionsgate portal. Two of Cups, how I was saying, if you've been concerned about finding someone that you actually want to reproduce with, look, she's like, they're bearing their hearts to each other. They're literally merged here with their cup heads, and she's like grabbing his heart, and I feel like you're going to have a handle on someone's heart, and they're going to literally give their heart to you. So if you've been really wanting like a deep romantic connection where you merge souls, someone is literally going to be giving themselves to you, and there's just so much peace and love, and you know what, this person really, really cares about your feelings. So with the Two of Cups here, it's like you guys mesh so well in this beautiful, kind friendship energy, but they really, truly, deeply care about your feelings. So in the past, if like you grew up in a house that like didn't allow you to have feelings or didn't support your feelings, and if you've chose lovers that didn't support your feelings in the past or validate your feelings, then it's like this person actually does that, and you feel very whole with them, and they actually need you more than you need them, not in a codependent way, but in a way that makes you be like, wow, like they just show you that they love you because of the way that they need you, and they acknowledge that they need you. So maybe in the past you had people always try to like play games and like act like, oh, I don't need you anyway, you're replaceable. It's like this person does not treat you like that. They treat you like you're irreplaceable. A very god, like putting you on a pedestal, treating you like a goddess. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, so you will have your stable, strong foundation. I feel that the seeds have already been planted, and by Lionsgate of next year, it's like you will see them grow, and this is just the beginning. So as good as things are going to be by next Lionsgate, it's only the beginning of how good things are gonna get. Wow, this is so amazing. And we have the Ace of Wands, so really amazing, beautiful, passionate connections and situations are on their way to you. A lot of healing and a lot of not feeling alone, I just heard. So if you've been feeling really alone, like if you don't have a lot of friends, or you don't have a lover, or like you don't have a lot of people in your life, that aloneness is going to leave you. And it won't be in a way that feels overwhelming or smothering. It'll be in a way that feels incredibly safe and like nurturing, like you're encapsulated by these people who love you and not smothered. All right, I'm gonna get you some advice. So I'm picking from the Audacious Angels deck. We have Wake Up. Okay. Your body is warning you. It's time to listen to the signals. It's time to wake up. Do you hear it? That's your internal alarm clock going off. It's rattling, jangling, just screaming, wake up. Your body is sending you all sorts of signals. It is time to listen. If your stomach hurts, if you feel dizzy, if you have been getting tingly or perhaps tired, your body is sounding the alarm. It may be telling you to get away from someone or some situation, to slow down or speed up, or to just take heed with your circumstances. Sometimes we don't want to wake up to avoid our alarm clocks. We unplug them from their power source, and we try to turn them off. Too much alcohol or sugar can slow your body's signals. Your body's alarm system is your friend. Remember in those war movies when it's time for the submarine to do an emergency dive, someone in the crew yells, "Alarm!" Whatever's going on for you right now, it's time to honor your body's security system to keep it running. It needs daily maintenance, clarity, and occasional rest. You throw your shoe at it. Listen to what it's trying to say. Your body is an antenna to heaven. Bless that jarring sound of your embodied alarm clock is going off. It's time to wake up. So that goes back to what I was saying about her helping you with your health or your body, or like whatever it is that your body is trying to tell you right now. So that's all I have for you, group 2. Like if you liked it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you for another reading soon. Bye. Hi Hi group 3, this is for those of you who chose the acrobatic Santa Muerte. So the deck I'm using today is the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead deck, if you're interested in it. Whoa, already the cards are falling. Spirit, Santa Muerte, Santísima Muerte. What is your message for group 3, please? I just felt a heart chakra opening. Your heart could be really opening right now. I'm sure it hurts, so it might not be a completely comfortable heart chakra opening. Yeah, talk about it hurts. Okay, this is a lot. All right, so I see here we have the 10 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the Tower, and the Page of Cups. So I feel like a couple things right now. So I feel like as far as, whoa, look at that sun coming in. Okay. So here with the 10 of Swords, I feel like you're going through a really hard time right now, and I honestly feel like there's someone in your life that is not treating you fair. I feel like this person is like, they don't even care. They've left you here like face down with 10 swords in your back. So this could be one person, or it could be several people that are just not being kind to you. It could also be yourself. You could also be being like rude to yourself or not being considerate of yourself. Let me see if this will help. Yeah, that helps a bit. Yeah, I just feel, this is rough. So I feel like actually there are people in your life, or a person in your life, who's just completely avoiding seeing the truth of their own bad behavior or their own actions, or how their actions affect you. They're being incredibly selfish. And this person, I just heard Peter Pan syndrome. It's like they don't want to grow up. They don't want to face themselves. They don't want to do what's right. They don't want to stand up and be like a grown adult. And I just feel like here with the 10 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the Tower, and the Page of Cups, it's like they're kind of like refusing to grow up right now. I also feel too that this person hurt you really badly or was really mean in some way here with the 10 of Swords and the Tower. And it's like they're just acting like they don't care. They're like really acting like they don't care, like they can't be bothered. I think this person drinks too much as well here with the 3 of Cups and the King of Cups. And I also feel like, too, you've been kind of, like, turning the other cheek and just, like, not looking at, like, not calling them out on their bad behavior, not looking at how bad their behavior has actually been, especially if they do have a drinking problem. It's just something you haven't wanted to notice or focus on. But this person has been continually stabbing you in the back by not giving you what you need. So, and I feel like what you need isn't even that much. Like, I feel like you're literally asking for less than the bare minimum, which you shouldn't do that. You should get what you deserve, which is more, obviously, than the bare minimum, not less than the bare minimum. You deserve someone who's going to treat you really well and be really kind to you and take care of you, not someone who's more focused on partying and drinking their problems away and never taking responsibility and never growing up. I see that this person literally doesn't, like, they just keep acting like they don't care. Like, they just keep hurting you, they keep stabbing you, and, like, just, like, not giving a fuck. And you're over it. Like, you're done. You're done with it. And I see that in the end, they're gonna be the one that feels bad. And actually, so, let's say it's, like, a friend, and it's, like, you stop being their friend, and you end up blowing up. Like, as soon as you get rid of that friendship, all of a sudden you're like wealthy and you're traveling and you're doing all these amazing things. Like, they're gonna regret treating you this way. But you know what that shows you? It just shows you they were never really a friend, because they just wanted to use you. They didn't care about how you felt or how you ended up on the other side of things. They only cared about themselves and their own feelings. And so Yeah, and if it's a lover, you're about to meet someone new, and it's gonna hurt really bad, and they're gonna be like, how could this bitch stab me in the back? And it's like, you motherfucker, like, you stabbed me in the back first, and I'm not stabbing you in the back by not putting up with your behavior and going to find my happiness elsewhere. Like, that's literally not... This person doesn't know how to take responsibility. This person is very immature. This person doesn't like being called out on their bad behavior. They make a lot of excuses for their own bad behavior. And you know what? No offense, but you've been making a lot of excuses for their own bad behavior as well. Like I said, you haven't wanted to see it, but it's almost like now you're being forced to see. You're being forced to see how this person is treating you. Almost like, okay, so for example, in my life, when Cornica passed away, it made me realize, like, who are my real friends and who just use me and, like, don't even care about my feelings or what I'm going through, because, and even family members, like, it just made me realize, like, who's real and who's not, and, like, who actually cares about my feelings and who doesn't, and who I'm doing all the heavy lifting with in our relationships. And, like, certain people couldn't even be, like, kind to me when I was grieving, and that just proved to me, like, oh yeah, like, you're showing me exactly who you are. I can't ignore it, right? Because I don't actually have the capacity to make excuses for you right now because I'm grieving. And that's kind of like what this is. It's like your eyes are being revealed as the veil thins with Halloween approaching. It's like, it's all like the veil is being removed from your eyes. It's all being revealed. I just heard that Led Zeppelin song, All Will Be Revealed. So yeah, so it's like you've been stabbed in the back. You're dealing with this tower. This person's just like acting like nothing's wrong, acting like they don't give a fuck, drinking too much, giving you way less than what you deserve, and not caring that they're hurting your feelings. And Spirit's saying that you have options here with the Seven of Cups. You're about to leave their dumbass. You're almost there here with the Ten of Wands. You're almost able, and if it is a family member, it's like you are gonna be done. So whether that's like you go no contact, or it's like you just don't give them the time of day anymore, or you don't bend to all their whims, like, even if it is someone that you can't fully remove from your life, so if it is a family member or like just someone that is gonna be in your life, like let's say they're the parent of your child, or they're like the spouse of someone in your family, you are going to be able to set those hard boundaries. And I do feel, though, if this is a romantic connection, you're about to have a lot more options in love here, and you're really almost there with the Ten of Wands. Don't give up. I just heard, you've got the music in you, do, okay. And then we have the Four of Wands, so we have the Sun and the Four of Wands, so you will have your happiness, you will have your stable romantic connection here with the Sun and the Ten of Wands, and you have options in this outside of this person. So if this person never changes, it's not your fucking problem. Anything else? We have the Hanged Man and the Knight of Cups. So where things have been stuck and stagnant, they're about to get moving, especially in love and in your emotions, like recognizing and understanding your emotions and understanding, you know, like what you will put up with, what you won't, what is acceptable and what is not. I see you moving on. Whether or not they change their ways, I have no idea. But wherever you're going, you're creating a stable foundation. So whether it's with this person or not, the foundation will be stable and prosperous. Spirit, anything you want to tell us about this person? Like, are they going to change? I just saw them go, and look, like, while you're leaving. Like, it's almost like they realize once you're gone. That's fucked up. What the hell? What the fuck? That literally made no sense. This just got knocked over. I actually feel like there's interference. I feel like there's like demonic interference in this relationship on this person, but it's up to them to fucking overcome their own demons, because whatever demonic thing is like interfering with this person is feeding on their demons, right? Because I feel when you have an addiction like alcoholism or something like that, it's literally some sort of demonic force that's like encouraging you to do that. I'm not saying that it's not their own Like, it is their own responsibility, but I do feel that like attracts like, and I feel like it attracts negative entities that then encourage you. So you have the angel and the devil on your shoulder, right? When we think about, like, the old cartoony nonsense, it's like and then you have a choice every single day. But, like, when you're an alcoholic, there's definitely a devil on your shoulder, like, come on, drink it, take that one more drink, come on, do it. Like, that's just my opinion, that's just my belief. But I do feel like there's, like, demonic interference in this situation, but you can't. Oh my God, I just turned over the cards. What the hell? I didn't even look at the cards before I said that. What the fuck? So we have the devil and the Seven of Pentacles. There is some sort of demonic interference that is making this take forever and making it not get off the ground. Oh my God, making them not overcome their problems. That's so fucked up. There's some sort of karmic demonic interference. Santa, please elaborate on that. Are they going to overcome these demons? Yeah, the only way that they can overcome these demons is by straightforward, honest communication. I just saw 1111. What the hell? Straightforward, honest communication here with the Knight of Swords, and even being a little mean. So, like, even being a little bit rude to them, like, you know, I'm not putting up with this. Like, they're being rude to you while they're drunk, and you're like, fuck you. I'm not putting up with this anymore. And then here with the King of Swords, the only way to come out of this is through straightforward, a little bit rude conversation of saying exactly how you feel about this, and them taking a logical approach and cutting this shit out. They need to cut this shit out. And you need to tell them out, like, you need to be a little bit rude, okay? You need to fucking tell them outright. And maybe even an exorcism is in order if you want to exorcise them, or they need to exorcise themselves. So maybe they need to go, like, quit drinking cold turkey, or they need to do, like, a detox or something. And then here with the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, you can come out of this. They can come out of this here with the Ace of Pentacles, but it's up to them. You got to say your piece and don't be kind. Like, and I never say that. I just felt that in my teeth. I literally never tell people not to be kind. But in this situation, there's so much demonic interference and them just, like, walking all over you, not giving a fuck, that it's like, you need to fucking stand up for yourself. And they need to be logical. That's the only way that you guys can come out the other end of this. But either way, you have options. This isn't your problem. I just heard, not my monkeys, not my circus, not my demons. What the hell? That was really intense. Okay, so let me get you some advice. I'm using the Audacious Angels deck. 3 wishes. Okay. Let's see what this card has to say. That was crazy, y'all. My thing has never gotten knocked over. That was crazy. Literally in my head right now, I'm like, QRSTUV. Trying to find it in here. Okay, 3 wishes. Fairy Magick? Or maybe that was group 2. Group 2, I think, maybe had Fairy Magick. You might want to go watch group 2 as well. Fairy Magick is coming to you. The chaos energy creates explosive results in your life. Fairy, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? With ego blasts, tricks that last, and giggles all in a row. Fairies say they have a bad rep. Sure, they play tricks, but their magic is designed to align your ego with your soul. It is the job of the winged ones to keep you in your full integrity. That may involve hiding your keys, so yes, they may overdo it. Their antics also include hiding projects, important books, or something your ego really thinks it needs to look good. They're in it for the sole purpose of making your higher self happy. 3 is the unwavering number of the Fae. If you had the same message come in 3 different forms, 'tis a sign of the fairies. Listen up. They're trying to stop you from doing something stupid. They are also asking you to laugh a bit about human foibles. Fairies are not codependent, so don't think you can manipulate them or your current circumstances by throwing a tantrum. They are already on to some of your tricks. However, they do have compassion. They ask you to wish on them and their magic right now, but please don't try to control the outcome. That's so boring. The worst thing that can happen is to ask the fairies for something specific and they do it exactly as you wish. Their magic is so much bigger than that. Let the winged ones dish up some Fae surprises. How delicious. 3 wishes. The chaos energy is ripe. All right. I'm just gonna say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Raya, Maya, Cornica, Santissimo, Muerte, and God Source. I just say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth and we thank you for the advice. And thank you to those of you who are watching. I'm Aldrash and Namaste, but the power of 3, somebody be always works, always a blessing. Y'all, group 3 was crazy. I still can't believe that happened. All right, I'll see you soon. Please leave in the comments if that resonated, because that was crazy. I'm still reeling from that. All right, I love you. Bye-bye. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye.